Access to capital is vital for any industry moving to a new reality. And as shipping transitions to a decarbonised future, so new ways to finance it are required. According to law firm Norton Rose Fulbright, there's no reason to be scared of this future, because with it comes opportunity.
There are currently around 61,000 vessels in the world trading fleet, but less than 1% of them use alternative fuels. The rest use heavy fuel oil. And decarbonising that fleet is going to be an enormous task.
That's the City of London, where multi-million pound deals are signed off every day for projects around the world, including, of course, in shipping. But the industry is facing huge challenges around transitioning to a decarbonised future, not only in terms of the technological changes, but crucially in terms of how to finance it.
Since building a new ship can cost hundreds of millions of pounds, and with a working life of over 20 years, each decision made in the process is crucial. And the financial and legal expertise of firms like Norton Rose Fulbright is a vital ingredient in that mix.
I think we have reached a tipping point. I think the shipping industry as a whole, the shipping community, was slow to address these issues. I think suddenly the climate crisis combined with the regulators putting real pressure on shipping has now caused everybody to decide that this is the moment we need to get on and change the industry.
But there is a problem. While major lenders like Citibank have signed up to the Poseidon Principles, which aim to reduce the carbon intensity of shipping over time, at the moment the market is too fragmented for those principles to apply across the board.
Yes, banks need to lend money to people to change the way that shipping is done, and they're willing to do so, but the repayment and credit metrics for that activity at the moment do not make sense. And so to make that make sense, we need to create new ways of wrapping that risk and to create incentives from regulators to help banks wrap that risk, whether it's a government-supported program, whether it is a regulatory allowance around certain kinds of credit metrics. But we need to find tools to help banks wrap that risk.
Despite the challenges, things are already changing. New technologies like AI, artificial intelligence, are becoming available that can help ship owners reduce their carbon footprint even before alternative fuels like LNG or hydrogen electric come on stream.
AI can be deployed to forecast fuel price and availability at different bunker sites, and then mapped with optimization algorithms, which is really just computer code that helps the ship operators to then adapt their shipping routes depending on availability and price of different fuels.
And that can make a real difference?
I think it can. I think it allows them to be much more granular and data-driven about which routes their vessels go on, which fuel types that they might be using from a strategic point of view, and crucially how they're then feeding that through their data action cycle into reporting and action taking.
20 years ago, Norton Rose Fulbright became the first global law firm to become organised along industry lines, putting them at the cutting edge of shipping finance today, helping put together deals that not only make financial sense, but are also more environmentally friendly.
So if you want to buy ships, you need to make sure that you're satisfying regulatory aspects of that, but equally you will also want to make sure that you are running those ships efficiently as well. But I think if from a lending side, you know your ability to attract capital is going to be enhanced by improving your emissions position, then that's clearly going to be another driver.
I was a senior executive in the cruise industry for over 20 years. We know that the market research is showing that there's increased interest in green cruising from people that want to sail with us. In order for that to happen, both existing tonnage and newer tonnage is going to have to be configured for the propulsion systems of the future. In order for that to happen, there needs to be new and different financing opportunities available that will facilitate this evolution.
Reflecting on what I've heard at Norton Rose Fulbright, ship owners know that decarbonisation is coming, but they need financial help to make the transition possible. And the advice and expertise is out there to help make the change. But the consensus is that coherent regulation from governments and International bodies like the IMO is needed to speed the process up. If that can happen, there's a huge opportunity for real growth that won't cost the Earth.